announcers. Actually, they asked me about IPC code, its success and failures. So I was not prepared for that thing, and that was the first technical question that was asked me. So
Okay.
that took like some. I mean, that I was a little bit nervous for in answering that question, but I tried to maintain myself like that calmness, and I said that, sorry sir, I don't know much. Then he moved on to the next question.
So hello dear students, I congratulate Sharan, recently selected as an RBI Grade B Officer from the team IXMB. So Sharan, first thing, you tell me how you are feeling now. Till a week back, you were just an aspirant and now you are an officer. How does it feel?
Sir, actually, I feel very relieved. So actually, as you said, till last week, and for the past 7 years, I was just an aspirant, and now I am getting a chance to be in the RBI. So it's like a dream come true moment for me, sir. So I am very much happy at the time, relieved.
Many hearty congratulations to you. So, just now you told that you have given 7 years to preparation. So how was the journey in this 7 years? Because I believe there would be many ups and downs, there would be many challenges, there would be many short talks, from the society. How did you manage to cross all those barriers and, aimed for your dream?
So actually, 7 years ago, I started my preparation for UPSC. So my initial target was to get into the civil services. So and RBI was not in my list, or I was not preparing for that initially. So later, after giving 2-3 mains, and I got to know about RBI examination, and I started thinking about more seriously. So I began preparing for regulatory bodies examination, not just RBI. I also applied for NABARD, SEBI, and all. But I couldn't. I wasn't able to get any success in any of those examinations. So the journey was, of course, very difficult, but I always believed that I had that ability, or I will be able to do something that I can achieve this. So the journey was like very difficult but memorable.
Memorable, yeah. It would be there in your memory, till eternity, I would say, because
Yes,
7 years with the aim, and when the aim comes true, nothing like it.
Yes,
Even it is hard for me to explain the situation, so I can really understand your emotions towards this great achievement.
Yes,
So you tell me, what was your preparation study? Like you told, you were preparing for UPSC. What was that moment when you felt that UPSC is not something that you can you can break out, so you started shifting towards other exam? And when exactly you have thought RBI? What was the reason behind thinking RBI is the next like plan B?
So initially, the awareness for RBI Grade B examination particularly is very less when we compare it with UPSC examination. And as I was giving UPSC examination, like I was stuck in the cycle between prelims, mains, and interview. So this kind of cycle was totally frustrating. And when I came to know about this examination, the major thing that attracted me was that the duration of this examination. Unlike UPSC, which is like almost 1.5 years, like that time, these regulatory body examinations have just like they complete their process within 6 months. I mean, at least the exam cycle gets over by that time. And also, they also provide ample opportunities. So to serve the nation, which was our initial, aim to work for the that is one of the major attraction that pulled me towards this.
Okay. So when you started preparation, you were not aware about the RBI Grade B, right?
Sir, I was aware, but I didn't like prepare particularly for the RBI Grade B.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is good to know. How many interviews you have given in the UPSC?
So
one interview. Again, that's an achievement in itself, because lakhs of experience filled in the prelims. You crossed prelims, you got into mains, you cleared mains, you gave the interview. That itself is an achievement. So obviously, yes, when we talk about success, selection are very important. So yeah, this is it. So tell me, how your family felt about it when you have told that you have become an officer in RBI. What was their first reaction, and how did you convey that emotions to your family?
It was like a surreal moment for me, sir. And actually, I was working on something, and when the results immediately came, I just ran to my mother and told her and revealed her the big news. And I called my father and brother. And like throughout this preparation, they were like an integral part of my preparation. They were also like very much involved in my preparation. So it was difficult for them as well. So it was a moment of like surreal, like it should be like retained forever in my memory.
Yes, absolutely. So now let's move to your preparation journey, right?
Yes, sir.
So what exactly your strategy for the phase one? How did you manage to clear phase one first? What
So
was your strategy?
yes, sir. So before also I have given RBI Grade B, and as everyone knows, phase one is very difficult, and it was very difficult for me as well, particularly the quant section. And I was not very confident with quant. And last year also, though I cleared the overall cutoff by 10 marks, I missed the quant cutoff by 0.5 marks. So this year my main focus was to clear the sectional cutoff, and then focus on the improving the overall score. So my strategy was to select the right questions, particularly in the quant, so that sectional cutoff is crossed. So that was the main aim this time.
Okay. So to sum up, let me break down this thing for my students who is watching. So basically, what you are trying to say, you actually knew what kind of question you can solve,
Yes,
right?
sir.
And basis on that, you have targeted the paper, and
Yes,
you
sir.
managed to clear both.
Yes, sir.
Correct?
Yes,
So,
sir.
dear students, this is very important step, right? See, we always tell you to play on your strength. This is the thing that you can only do when you know your strength. Like Sharan has, is saying, he actually knew what exactly he is able to do and execute it, and he has done it. And result, you see, a week ago he was just an aspirant. Today, in front of us, he is sitting as an RBI Grade B officer, right? So this is a very important steps towards preparing for the phase one. Let us talk about Sharon, general awareness,
Yes, sir.
because 40% of the examination is general awareness, and if you see the overall RBI journey, it's the one subject that that leads everything. How did you
Yes, sir.
manage to read general awareness, retain the data, and execute it?
So since I had that UPSC background, I was actually very much confident with the static part of GA section. And GA is generally my strong area. So my aim in general studies was to score maximum marks so that I can elevate my overall score. So I would there are like actually 80 questions in the section. So my strategy was to attempt maximum number of questions and take that calculated guess or risk so that I can get that score. So and focus on the current affairs. That was the major thing, particularly the schemes and the reports. These are the my yes, sir.
Okay. So Sharon, what was your sources for the current affairs?
So there are not many sources. Actually, I refer to two coaching institutes, including IXMB. There is one free booklet that is available. Yeah. So there you release that monthly magazine. So
Correct.
that was
It's
one of the
PPD.
yeah. That was one of the major sources. And also I refer to another source which I refer to Brajesh Mohan's KB and Crack KB also. So I would like stick to one source and make the other sources as supplements. In the sense that I would majorly focus on one particular which I felt comfortable, because when referring to too much material, that would make I may be sounding confusing. Like thing is that we should focus on one material and supplement with the other notes if you find it something like anything is missing. So these are the when preparing and referring to the past 3-4 months material.
Okay. So this is again an important steps just to avoid confusion. Try referring to the one source, and if you have time, obviously look at the other sources only as to supplement the first source. It should not be the primary source once again. There should be only one primary source, as Sharan is saying, right? So let us move to your phase 2 preparation. What exactly you have executed your phase 2? How have you prepared?
So for phase 2, actually the syllabus is the Bible for phase 2. And for me, so what I did was I would take the printout of phase 2 syllabus and I would make fodder points for every subtopics in the phase 2, especially for the descriptive paper. And I would have a material for every question that is being asked. So I would reverse those material and supplement with those content with the current affairs thing. Suppose if a question is asked on poverty, then I would add some reports on poverty. So that was my strategy. And practice is very important, sir. So I regularly practicing answer writing. So that was one of the strategy that I
You
followed.
also had an experience in UPSC answer writing, so articulation you already knew it from the beginning.
Yes,
But
sir.
in UPSC, it's the answer that you have to write with the hand, but here it's the keyboard. How did you, transition? How was the transition from paper pen to computer?
Sir, actually, the transition took place last year itself because I was also simultaneously preparing for NABARD, and last year I was placed in the wait list of NABARD. So that NABARD preparing for NABARD helped me in getting that fold in keyboard typing.
Keyboard
So
time.
that practice helped me for especially for NABARD. That also has been RBI as well.
Okay. So you really took care of every small thing. You managed it pretty much well, and we can see the results. What I can conclude now. Okay. So tell me, how did you manage your time? Because it is very important. And what would be your advice to fellow aspirants, and maybe some of would land up as your juniors in the RBI next year? So what would be your one piece of advice to manage the time?
So best method is to have sub targets and small targets. And instead of having a long, broad target, break down your syllabus and have small targets. And even when we are revising monthly current affairs, have that weekly targets like we have to cover first week, and then again subdivide into daily targets. And that's the main thing that we can do to manage the time. And again, practice. That is also very important to ensure that we complete the paper in the time.
Okay, got it. So, Sharon, now tell me about the interview. How was the D-Day? What exactly, how you plan to execute your interview, how you have prepared for your interview, and what exactly happened on the interview day?
Sir, actually, the interview part was the most frightening part for me personally because last time in NABARD, I got very less marks in the interview. So I was very much skeptical about the interview process. So I took great care of interview thing. And for preparing, I referred to RBI website and the reports of RBI. And also, I also referred to YouTube videos as well. Especially there are certain channels like Money Control, Business Today, and Business Standard. So I would refer to the YouTube channels of these newspapers, which would be, there would be discussions on new topics. And if you want to, and on the particular day, it was like very cordial meeting, sir, that day. It was very the interview went for around 15-20 minutes. It was very smooth and cordial.
Smooth and cordial. No unexpected question. The questions were pretty much, on your strength zone.
No, sir. Actually, there were a few bouncers. Actually, they asked me about IBC code, its success and failures. So I was not prepared for that thing, and that was the first technical question that was asked me. So that took some. I mean, that I was a little bit nervous for an answering that question, but I tried to maintain myself that calmness, and I said that sorry, sir, I don't know much. Then he moved on to the next question.
Okay. So again, see, many a times, now I would like to conclude what you have just said to the aspirants who is watching this video. So see, dear students, this is an important step. Many a times we tell you that in interview, if you are not able to answer one question, keep the calm, because it's not the test of your knowledge, it's the test of your personality. So see, exactly, the first technical question to Sharan was related to IBC, and he was not able to answer, but he maintained the calm, and result, obviously you can see he is an officer today, right? So Sharan, tell me how exactly, the IXMB's interview guidance program helped you in attaining whatever you have, improved with the feedback that the panel has given to you.
So number one, the expert that IXMB brought to very knowledgeable, and that discussions that we had was very beneficial for us because we got to know about the working function of RBI, and that too from the experienced people who work for RBI, and that gave us more confidence in when we are framing answers. Also, they taught us how the answer should be said in an interview and how we should say that I don't know or whether you should skip to the next question. And this kind of things were taught to me by this program only. So that was very helpful.
Yes, I remember I took your interview and I had pretty, 2-3 questions which I asked you regarding the work profile that you are doing, because in Byju's you used to get better salary, and then you left with a lower salary. So I actually grilled you on that part. So, at that time also I felt that you are an aspirant who is strong on his zone, and the result is in front of us, obviously.
Yes, sir. Yes.
So, Sharan, anything that you would like to, mention about the entire journey, which may help some fellow aspirant or some of would obviously will become your juniors in future. What are the pieces of advice that you would like to give to people?
So one thing is that we need to maintain our calmness and composure, and we need to have that perseverance because this examination demands so much from us. It demands that kind of determination from us. So we need to be prepared, and we need to mold ourselves to to meet the expectations of the examination. We must first what we can say we must first respect the examination. That what I would like to emphasize, and have a proper plan. That is very important because. Without planning, everything is just a dream. So planning is very important.
Planning is very important, exactly. So if you have a plan only, then you can execute. Else, what are you executing?
Yes, sir.
Right. So that is one part of it. Without plan, exactly what is the goal? It's unclear. And when the goal is unclear, what exactly you are doing, you can never judge.
Yes, sir.
So thank you, Sharan. I will not take much of your time. It's your time. Enjoy your day. Enjoy the day with the family and friends. So, all the best.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. XMB has been very helpful in my journey. So, I am very much thankful to them.
Thank you so much, and heartiest congratulations to you and your family from Team XMB.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Welcome.